Use one of these real quick. Okay. Alright. Let's begin. I don't remember how I died, but at some point I must have died. Hang on. Yes? What have I got equipped? Okay, yes, yes. Okay, we're good. We are good to go. Cripes. I can probably get away with more equipment load now that I think about it. Really, like, if I'm being honest with myself. How about this? No, that's too much. That's more than half. Let's see here, so 25 would be it's plus 2, so 27 is my aim here. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Alright, I can get away with this. Okay, alright. This works. For now. Without having to rely on Havel's ring. Yeah, okay, alright. Slightly better physical protection. Okay, so I'm thinking about where I need to go first. Yes. Okay. Is it just me? Or is this snow jostling? Is it just me? Like, what's going on there? It looks like some kind of visual glitch. Oh well. Alright. Let us begin. Let's start with this nice, fun field over here. What do you say to that? That seems like a good idea. Oh, unfortunate. Come on. Your turn, buddy. Nope, that's enough. Now, let's see here. See if we can play nice and smart. Just, I see you over there. Bing. Oh, shit. No, don't move. No, stop moving. Move this way, where I can kill you before entering the zone. The danger zone. No, okay, sorry, everyone. Also, I did kind of waste that twin humanity, but that's fine. That's fine. Ouch. God. What is that, like half my HP? Yeah, whatever. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's totally whatever, man. Right, so now... I didn't already do this, did I? No, I'm pretty sure I didn't. So now I gotta wander around here a little bit. One thing you will notice... Hello? Hello? Ah! One thing you will notice is... Hang on. If I stand here, there's ambient music going on. But anyways, one thing you will notice about this place is... there is a very heavy crow motif going on. This ambient music is really low, and I'm not sure if you can hear it. So, I'll just turn that shit up real quick so you can hear it. Do you hear that? It's interesting because there's not really a lot of ambient music that goes on in the game. It's very interesting. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's see, I gotta wander around this spot. What was I saying? Yes, so, there's a very heavy motif of crows here. And I want you to remember that. Because there's a good reason for it. Another thing, too, is, like, these strange things, like these stone blocks with some kind of caged door on them. Ah, here he is. Dark Spirit King Jeremiah. Oh, here he comes. Are you guys ready? Are you ready for a Demon Souls reference? Because here he is. He's a Demon Souls reference. His big stupid hat and the way his armor looks. I'll admit, this is one of my less favorable things. Is he blocking with a pyromancy glove? You're not supposed to be able to do that. What the shit? I can't do that. What the fuck is that? Wow, I don't think I've ever seen him do that. Wow, awesome. He hit me even though the attack animation didn't quite play all the way there. Oh, dear. Oh, man. All sorts of things are going wrong tonight. But yes, his armor set in particular is very much based off of an armor set from one of the boss fights in Demon Souls. And he's out of there. Get that big stupid hat out of my sight, you fucking... Holy shit, he drops a lot of souls. I always forget about that. I forget about that every time. But anyways, that's how you pick up the notched whip. Oh yeah, whips. Oh, whips are so terrible in Dark Souls 1. They're awful. Look at this. Awful. Terrible. Mundane. Pathetic. What's the rolling attack like? Oh, terrible. Terrible. I mean, it's fine if you want to do, like, a really gimmicky build. Like, if you want to do a Belmont build, like, boom. Look at that. That is such a Castlevania move right there. Look at that shit. Including and especially with the delay on it. But whips in Dark Souls 1 in general, just fucking terrible. Just awful. Completely worthless. A total waste of time. And then they made them actually good in Dark Souls 2. And then Dark Souls 3 happened, and they were fucking worthless all over again. And it's because Dark Souls 3 doesn't have poise. And you'll notice, similarly, even though Dark Souls 3 plays faster overall, the whips both in Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3 have a very strong delay on them. Okay, what did I just pick up? I literally just looked at it. Why don't I remember? I think it's something about Acid Surge. Yep, Acid Surge. Pyromancy. Foreign to the Great Swamp. Emit acid which corrodes weapons and armor. Not all pyromancy originates in the Great Swamp. One hears rumors of unknown pyromancers inhabiting various lands. And this spell is the work of one such outlander. Another thing, too, is King Jeremiah is very much a nothing character. That is to say, he doesn't really have anything going on. There's nothing to his character. Well, I say that now, but I'll probably learn a little bit more about him when I get his items later on. Oh, you know what? He drops the notched whip. Does the notched whip have any kind of significance? Whip with sharp spikes. Only slightly effective against armor and tough scales. Nope, not really. Just a very mundane description of what it is. There's the Phalanx. There's that Demon Souls reference you all love so much. Hey guys, do you remember Demon Souls? Do you remember Demon Souls? Ah! Ah, shit! Well, this is gonna be, gonna be tricky. Wait, hang on, I know what to do. Oh, there's an item over here. Cool. Ah, it's a Ring of Sacrifice. Very useful. And in fact, let's take a look at these here rings of sacrifice. Sacrificial rite of Velka, the goddess of sin. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder what that's doing here. Let's see if I shoot the body. No, I have to shoot the rope. Very generous hitbox on the rope, thank God. Ah! Ah! Oh dear. Whoa, delay on that button press. That's fine. Don't mind me, fellows. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. Alright. We're okay here. We're all fine. How are you? Ah, shit. There's items up there that I forgot to get. Damn it. I'm gonna have to go get those. Ah! The archer can see me over there. Damn it. This is a problem. Camera! Oh god, the camera is really bad for this. This is one of the worst things, because, like, the camera tilts down as enemies approach you, because, well, the camera is trying to tilt down. And because of that, when enemies approach you, like, say, I'm locked onto this barrel as my enemy. If the camera didn't tilt down, I couldn't see the enemy through my body, yeah? So the camera just tilts a little bit as enemies approach, so you can actually see them, so that you can see what they're doing. And that works fine until you get into situations like this. Okay, there's an enemy right in front of me, but I can't... Oh, wait, yep, there I go. Now I can see it. Ouch. Man, I'm just taking all kinds of abuse today. And not just because I work retail. Oh, that's so witty. I hate my life. Alright. Alright, let's take a swig, and let's head on back over there real quick. Oh, come on now. Huh. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Whatever. Ah, okay. No, it's fine. I got it. I got it. Alright. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about all that. Oh, God. I can get 2 levels out of this. That's amazing. Let's go ahead and pump up that health a little bit. Let's aim for 20 health. Let's aim for 20 health. What do you say? That sounds good. That sound good? That sounds good. Alright, out of my way, buddy. Out of my way, buddy. Friggin' A. Come on. Yep, nope. That's fine. That's totally fine. Get out of my way, buddy. Let's see here. If I remember correctly, there's going to be an archer over here. Pow. Oh. Alright. I may have mentioned before just how much easier this game gets if you play a sorcerer. I want you to remember that, like, just how true that is. Ah! The fireballs. Really don't want these things to die anywhere near me because of that. Yep, there we go. I've mentioned it briefly before, but when they die, they ooze toxic gas. Toxic sludge just erupts from their bodies violently. There we go. And you don't want to be near them. It's one of those weird things where the game just like... Ah! Shit. Wow, that shouldn't have worked. But okay, it did anyways. That's fine, that's fine. Let's just... don't worry about that. We're gonna take a swig real quick. But anyways, it's one of those weird things where, like, the game is suddenly, like, really aggressively angry with players for playing melee characters. It's very bizarre. Now, let's see here. If I recall correctly, yep, here comes a crow lady. Oh, God, there's 2 of them. Of course there is. Why wouldn't there be? Uh-oh, I shouldn't have done that. Uh-oh, don't let that land on you. That's really not good. Oh, dear. Huh? Whoa, 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 whoa. She fell off the world! Ha! Ha! Wow, that worked out, like, shockingly well. Oh dear. Like, that should not have worked out anywhere near as well for me. Dried fingers. Well, I guess I have a moment. Dried finger. Dried finger with multiple knuckles. Shriveled but slightly worn, with many knuckles. Surely it cannot belong to anything human. That may seem like a very bizarre item, because it is a very bizarre item. The item exists purely and specifically for multiplayer purposes. Basically, while you're in human mode, you tap the dried fingers, and it kind of like resets your connection real quick. Hey, look at that. I'm at... Shit. Oh my god. I'm leveling up like super fast here. That's great, though. I like that. I could just stay here and level up for a while. No, but I actually do want to move on out of here after this. Bada bing. Nope, that's enough out of you. Okay, so next thing on the agenda is we're going to go over this way. Oh, we're going to go down into one of the most dreaded sections of Dark Souls 1. I hope you're ready for this. I know I sure am. Oh god, there's a bloodstain on the... There's a bloodstain on the ladder. Amazing. Oh, that should give you some kind of indication. And there it is. There it is. The thing which has haunted the nightmares of all Dark Souls players since its introduction. In case it doesn't look in case that looks like a skeleton that's been affixed to a big-ass wooden wheel, that's because it is. There's one around the corner here. And here we go. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, there we go. Now I have to take this nice and slow. If you go any faster than how fast I am going right now, they will all see you. And as a result, they will all just get right up on top of you at once. And it is just not a pleasant experience. Okay, and we're actually going to draw this guy away from there with this. Really, the safest thing for these guys is just not really engage them at all. This is the safest method. Let them brush past your shield. Here he comes. And then just blast them, really. Being skeletons... This is one of the things. Dark Souls has, like, a very, like, old school... sense of how physical weapon damage works. And it's something that I like about Dark Souls. Shit. I've aggroed... I've drawn aggro from more than one. Ah! That's why they're so scary, because shit like that happens. Okay. One! Down. Oh, got him. Wow. Alright. Well, that works then. Solo Brave Warrior. Okay, now, the real reason you come down here is to turn this switch. Okay, you turn this switch, and hey, check out that statue. So, in case it's kind of hard to tell, that is a statue of a woman holding a child. And so, this is the second time we've seen a statue of that nature. No, second time? No, actually, the third time we've seen a statue of a mother holding a child. Because there's one over by Firelink Shrine, just like that. Not the exact same model, obviously, but there is... Oh, hello. This is normally an illusionary wall. Like, it's supposed to look like it's textured. I don't know how this is already... Well, it's like this. And then you touch an illusionary wall, and it breaks the illusion. That's how illusionary walls work. That one is a little easier to guess than others in the game. I'll tell you that much. For free. Ow! Yeah, let's go ahead and take a swig. Hello? Man, this place has so many, like, memories for me. This particular series of tunnels right here. The annex key. It looks as though I am safe. Let's take a look at that. Annex key. Opens annex in the painted world. Key to the annex in the painted world of Ariamis. In the wintry painted world, there is a structure resembling an old cathedral. Its annex serves as a type of storehouse. Okay. A type of storehouse? What could they possibly be storing in an annex? There's another illusionary wall right here. So So I have a funny story for you regarding this particular series of tunnels right here. At one point, during one of my early playthroughs of Dark Souls 1... Hello. Hi there. Oh, you cheap bastard. Come on. Okay, there we go. Ha! Get dunked. Yeah. During one of my early playthroughs of Dark Souls 1, I had never been here. I didn't even know this was like a place you could get to. Also, this is interesting. This is one of the few examples of this in the game. It's an enemy that is completely non-hostile. Unfortunately, if you want the item that is very, very much exclusive to killing this enemy, you have to kill this enemy. Which is such a shame, really. Fire Surge. Pyromancy 4 in the Great Swamp. Not all pyromancies originate from the Great Swamp. Okay. I mean, basically the same thing as Acid Surge here. The difference is Fire Surge, like you literally just like you hold out your hand and a gout of fire just kind of spews out. Anyways, so I had never been down here, and my friend was kind of like walking me through it, telling me about it. I'm like, what? I've never done this before. I was never down. I was never like, ah, shit, another one. So, cripes. Aha, here's my opportunity. There we go. So, here I was like this, and my friend just ran straight on in there. And I'm like, I'm out here still dealing with like one of these wheel skeletons, and I'm like, hey, man, where'd you go? I'm just like, dude, where'd you go? Where'd you go? I'm like walking slowly like this, and I see a wheel skeleton come barreling through here. And him chasing it down, going, get back here, you fucker! As he goes to fight it. Oh. I tell that story every time I go through here, because it's just something that I'm very nostalgic for. I don't know. And if you come down over here, this way. Bada bing. Just like that. Just like that, folks. You get out the well, and everything's fine. But, oh, hey. Hey, Tig, what's up? I don't know. Do you think it's a good story? Now, one thing I will say about good old Painted World of Ariamis here is that it's a little bit ridiculous, you know? Because, I mean, look at all these tombstones. Look at all of them. So many tombstones. So many dead bodies. This kind of goes back to what I was saying about Dark Souls 3 before, where it's like, I get it, Dark Souls. Dead stuff, though. No, you can stop. Because I got it. I understand. And it's one of those things where, like, Dark Souls has always walked this very fine line between, like, oh, that's really clever, like, storytelling via the environment, and, oh, that's really over the top. Like, I wish it weren't so over the top. I understand, like, the concept. Like, if I go over here, like, look at this. Look at all these dead bodies just hanging out with crows just all over them. It's quite silly. It's one of the only areas like that in the entire game. And like I said before, I don't really fully understand what is up with these weird, like, mobile stone cages. Alright, don't mind me, boys. Fighting these guys is really not worth the trouble, to be honest. They are so defensive. But they're also really weird, and that makes them interesting, because they clearly look like the typical undead guys, but they're also blobs. And also, one really metal thing about them, the spears that they're using and they're chucking at me, they're pulling out of their own backs. Like, if I can get a good look here. Look at that. The spears are in his backside. And they throw spears, and they have more, so, like, they must be getting them from somewhere. Stands to reason they're pulling spears out of their own backsides to throw at me. It's quite ridiculous. But like I said, I really don't know what to tell you about these guys in terms of narrative. Like what is going on here? I really don't know. I honestly have no idea. One little weird detail about... Oh, God. One little weird detail about this chapel place, though, is that, as you can see, the floor is, like, very caved in. Alright, they spotted me again. The floor is very caved in for some reason. It's such a weird detail. You can see where the pews are kind of all crooked because of the floor being uneven. It's such a weird detail because I've never really been able to fully understand like what that is meant to imply. I guess it just is meant to imply that this place is really old. But as you can see right here is, you know, a sort of podium upon which somebody would stand and overlook what are clearly supposed to be pews. So this is kind of implied to be like a holy spot right here, you know? Okay, and now the annex key will allow me to get in here. Oh boy. Go through here. Up these stairs. I'm gonna go ahead. Just you know, just a little bit. Just a little bit of HP. Just a little HP. Not that I think I'll need the HP, but just in case I need the HP. Look at me, I'm so good at Dark Souls, you guys. I'm so good at Dark Souls! Oh, God. Look at that skill. Look at this skill. This Dark Souls skill. Ay. Come here, you. Come here, you fuck. Ow. That hurts a lot, actually. That's right. That's enough out of you. Alright, now that guy is going to be climbing up those stairs. Bada bing. Bada boom. Bada bing. Bada boom. I'm so good at Dark Souls. I'm so fucking good at Dark Souls. Come here, you. Come here, you fuck. Oh, God. No, please. Lock on, please. Ow, that hurts a lot. Oh. Wow. Alright. So now I need to grab this over here real quick. So a whole bunch of crows just came off of this guy. And I got the Dark Ember. But this may look familiar, because it should. Because it's... oh, hello. Excuse me one moment. Ay, that's a lot of damage. Excuse me. Pardon me. How much? Okay, wow. That's, Ah! Cripes. Oh, dear. This is a problem. Remember, Dark Souls, easy mode, boys. Alright, now that I've whittled you down... Nope! Don't let that land on you. That's a command grab. You cannot block that. Hi. Oh, yeah? Yeah? Ow! Alright, you know what? That's a fine trade. We'll call that a good trade right there. You and me. Alright. Okay, so if I can go back there, go back on down here, unmolested, hopefully. Alright, let's take a little look-see here. So again, it's the same model that they use for Andre, but it's also the same exact model. It's the same exact asset, in fact, as the statue of a blacksmith that is found in Darkroot Garden, where you get the Divine Ember. So it stands to reason, what is it going to be under? Oh, key items. It stands to reason that this is a similar ember, or at least an ember of a similar nature. Ember required for weapon ascension. The church long hid the forbidden black ember, and no living blacksmith knows of it. Ascend +5 divine weapons to occult weapons. Occult weapons were used to hunt the gods, and are effective against their followers and kin. So quite literally, I can take a divine weapon and turn it into an unholy weapon that will kill, that is more effective against godly things. And I don't know if I've I don't know if I remembered to fully flesh out my thought, but like I said, statue of a mother and child is a recurring motif in Dark Souls. There is one by the Firelink Shrine. There's one by the Sunlight Altar. I think, if I remember correctly, there's one in the Undead Parish, and now there's one here again. It's just this recurring motif of... Wait, hang on. I just realized. This broke. It is breakable. And you go over here, and you find this. Bada bing. Velka's Rapier. Man, I love this weapon. Man, I love this weapon. It's so good. And it's perfect for this build. So say hi to the side weapon that I'll be using. Because it scales off of both dexterity and intelligence best. Which, guess what fucking build I'm doing. But that means I'm going to have to start pumping up int to really get my mileage out of this, because it does more magic damage. But anyways, so Velka's Rapier. You may remember that Oswald of Karim, who is a cleric of Velka, wields this weapon. And now this is, you know, just further evidence that he is a cleric of Velka. So, Velka's Rapier, a symbolic, powerful thrusting sword used by the pardoner serving... I should say pardoners, because there's obviously got to be more than one cleric in a religion. The pardoners, I guess you would say, serving Velka, goddess of sin. It is no mere symbol, to be sure. The pardoner is an inhuman swordsman, and wields this enchanted blade with special sword technique. By which they mean it has a fancy fucking moveset. That's really all that boils down to. So, if I get... Okay, I got some space to work with here. As you can see, it's your typical thrusting sword moveset. Whoops. Typical thrusting sword moveset, like I said. But when you do the strong attack variant, you have like this special slashing attack, followed by a strong thrust. And if I kind of like get a good on-camera look at it, yeah, there we go. Uh-oh. Hang on, my stream cut out? Hold that thought. Oh, okay. Stream is back. Sorry about that. That's weird. I don't normally have issues like that. But also, Dark Souls normally runs better than it has been. I don't know what to say. But yeah, so it just has a really baller moveset. Like, I especially love the strong attack on the two-handed variation. Just like, boom, boom. Like, it's just, it looks so visceral. Obviously, like, if it is truly a thrusting sword, you wouldn't be slashing with it. Because that's not how you use a thrusting sword. But another thing to note, if I can find... So, down under auxiliary effects, there's something you need to know. It lists them in order: bleeding, poison effect, and also divine and... what's this? Occult effects. And it does 110 in the way of occult damage. So if I find anything that is weak to occult damage, this rapier will do extra damage against it. For now, I'm going to switch back to this. But think about that. Occult damage, I just learned from the Dark Ember, is... Hang on, I'm going to grab this right over here real quick. So this is... Oh, shit, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Oh, there's an item here, though. Okay. So the Black Cleric set, or how to put it. Well, how does it list itself? I think it just lists itself as the Black set. No, the Black Cleric robe. Yeah, okay. The Black Cleric set is the cleric set that is worn by Oswald of Karim. And hang on, real quick, like, can I just say, I love how the Mask of Velka looks. It's so fucking cool. It's, oh my god, it's so cool. It's such a shame that it doesn't really match too many armors in the game. Otherwise, it would have so much Fashion Souls potential. But anyways, yes, the Black Cleric robe. Robe worn by the partners serving Velka, goddess of sin. The partner's attire is uniformly black in color and said to be imbued with Velka's mystical power. which provides resistance against all manners of magic. Is there anything unique about this? Oh yeah, here we go. The pardoner's listen to the confessions of sinners, urging reflection and salvation. Their masks symbolize separation from worldly desires. Yeah, it's got really cool detailing on it. And that's just a really, just in general, really good description going on there. Let's see here. Huh. I need to make my way back on over there to get that last item that I missed. But yeah, no, think about it though. Here we now have evidence to suggest one of the primary theories regarding this area of the game in general. Oh dear. Wow, that one... God, what the shit? One hit should not be fucking staggering me like this. Well, that was annoying. Hi, buddy. What's up? Are you gonna get tired and give up? Maybe. Who knows? But yeah, so one of the primary theories about the painted world of Ariamis... Oh! Oh! Ah! Hang on, guys. Video games just happened. Out of my way, pews. Oh, because this area of the game had to re-render, this guy fell through the temporarily non-rendered ceiling. Oh, that's great. That's glorious. Also, to answer your question there, Teague, I really don't know. Like, it's clear that these guys have some kind of, like... some weird, like, plague thing going on with them. And it's all the more clear when you kill them and they all this bubonic just ooze just spews all over you and you get toxic damage. But I don't know what caused it. If I had to guess, and this is a long shot, but in hearing about... because there's a lot of connection with pyromancy when it comes to, oh, God, frame rate. What is going on? Like, why? Why is this happening? But yeah, there's a lot... Okay, vow of silence. I'm going to need to really get into that here in a minute. But yeah, so there's a lot of connection with pyromancy when it comes to Quaelag's sister, Quaelana, I think? Wow. Uh-oh. Hang on, I'm trying to avoid dying real quick. Oh, for God's sake, just, would you cut that out? Damn it. Would you stop doing the fucking command grab already? Like, what is up with this? Come on. Really? She's trying to do it again. Alright, come on. Are you done? Alright. So what was I saying? Yes. So, Quaelana. Yes, there's a lot of connection to pyromancy. And there was something called the Great Blight Pus. And it was, more or less insinuated that it was all kinds of, like, diseasey and shit and just terrible. And Quaelana... Is it Quaelana? I really don't know. Well, Quaelag's sister... God, I'd have to look it up. Quaelag's sister, though, I was told, swallowed the blight pus to save her people from this horrible disease. And if I had to guess, now that I finally finished my thought, if I had to guess, maybe these guys are like the remnants of whatever blight pus, whatever that horrible disease thing, like, maybe these are the remnants of that. Or maybe these are the last, like, surviving people who have, or who are still diseased. They got thrown in here because, like I was trying to say earlier, there's a lot of... One of the prominent theories regarding the painted world of Ariamis is that it's a place where the gods just threw all the shit they don't want to deal with. You know, like an ember that can imbue weapons with a power to kill them. And that's all the more vindicated by the fact that Velka's rapier also has... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Also has the power to kill the gods. Think about that. One of the gods gave people a special power to kill the gods themselves. Frankly, that's a god I can get behind, if I'm being perfectly honest. Oh, but yes, where was it? Vow of Silence. A miracle. Secret rite of the black-haired witch Velka. Again, here's another thing, Velka. Velka, the goddess of sin, is a rogue deity, but she is versed in arts both new and old, and is considered to have a great range of influence, even as gods are concerned. Are there any other, like, spells that I have? Vow of Silence. So literally all Vow of Silence does is it just makes, like, casting impossible. Also, if I had to guess there, Teague, I don't think Velka has jack all fucking shit to do with the Crow people in the Dark Souls 3 DLC, Ashes of Ariandel. I don't think she has jack all fucking shit to do with anything in Dark Souls 3. If I'm being perfectly honest, because it's not like there's actually any kind of... There's nothing in it that suggests that there's any connection to Velka, and... Oh, for crying out loud, people. Hello. Yeah, but there's nothing in that particular DLC that suggests at all that that's the case. Hang on, I wonder if I have anything that can reinforce Velka's rapier. I do! Oh, I want to spend some of that. Hang on, let me level up real quick. Let me get some more endurance. I'll aim for 28 endurance. Okay, yeah, that's good. Oh, but now I can't upgrade the weapon. Yeah, because I don't have souls. I don't have souls to do it. Oh, well. Oh, well, that's fine. Okay. Alright, now I have a lot more wiggle room in my armor, though. I can go exactly 30. So, okay. Means I can probably manage... No, that's too heavy. Well, let's see here. What about my armor? Ooh, if I go lighter on my gauntlets, I can do the black iron armor. Apparently, I'm gonna have to get really light gauntlets. Oh, here we go. That'll work. Yes, the black iron armor. Thanks, Tarkus. Did I read this description? I don't even remember, dude. Build special black iron? Yeah, I talked about this. And I kind of... I don't remember talking... I don't remember if I, like, finished... Like, I don't know if I talked about it, but... There was a lot of implication that Tarkus had, like... some kind of connection to the Knights Berenique. God, this... Oh, no. This armor's not working out for me. It's too thick. It's too thick. I can't wear it without pairing it with a helmet because it just looks silly otherwise. Oh my god! Ah! Look at her. She looks like she's ready to take on the Dallas Cowboy defensive line or something. She looks like she's built like a fucking... She looks built like a fucking quarterback. No, I can't deal with that. Let's go with... Here's the bad thing about robes in Dark Souls 1. They didn't have dynamic cloth physics back in Dark Souls 1, so, like, when I'm walking along, it just looks like I'm wearing, like, just really goofy pants. Really goofy pants. So, like, robes in Dark Souls 1 don't really work very well. They just don't. It's really unfortunate. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure I did talk about... Did I talk about the fucking painting guardian stuff? Waistcloth worn by the alabaster clothed guardians of the painting around Orlando offers substantial protection for his magic. They have guarded the great paintings, which is interesting because that's plural of Ariamis, for ages, passing their duty down through generations, but the reason for doing so passed from all memory long ago. God, I don't know. Hang on, Tarkus, where's your damn... How's my armor looking on that? Okay. Tarkus, where's your fucking shit? Black man shit? No, that's not it. It should be the black... Where the fuck is... Oh my god, I'm blind. I'm blind! Black iron. Yes, I can wear it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we're doing it. Now we're getting there. Yeah, okay. I mean, I talked about the painting guardians. I mean, there's really not a whole lot to say about the painting guardians. They guard the painting, and the description on their armor does imply that there are multiple paintings, which is interesting and weird, and something that makes the Ashes of Ariandel DLC all the stupider. Because, the painting girl from Ashes of Ariandel does kind of, like, briefly say, like, oh, I'm gonna make paintings. And it kind of implies that, like, this is the painting of Ariamis, so the painting of Ariandel very well may be just something that's somewhere else in the universe that I'm not ever going to be able to access because it's Dark Souls 1 and they didn't think of this idea yet. So the painting of Ariandel could very well be a place that already exists right now. And that's pretty much the only credence right there, is the item description on the Painting Guardian set. Oh, you fucking liar. There's no bonfire ahead. There's absolutely no fucking bonfire ahead. Fucking horseshit. There's archers. Alright, here we go. Alright, now I'm using the Black Bow of Ferris and wearing bits and pieces of Black Iron Tarkus's armor set. I'm wearing this dingy black cloak. Although they say it's dingy, but I mean, it looks a little frayed, but I mean, otherwise it looks fine. But let's see here. Man, I keep losing track of everything I'm talking about. Ah, Teague, remind me of stuff that I was trying to talk about, because I don't remember. I don't know. Yeah, Painting Guardians, that's right. I mean, there's just really not a lot to say about the Painting Guardians. They guard the paintings. Presumably this one, and if the painting of Ariandel actually exists, which I don't count it as existing, because it's not mentioned anywhere in Dark Souls 1. It's literally just something they thought of in Dark Souls 3. And even then, it doesn't make any fucking sense, because it's clearly implied to be the same fucking place. Which is just fucking so stupid. I'm sorry, it's so dumb. Hello? Oh yeah, I remember now. There we go. There we go. No problem. Hey, guess what? Speaking of the Knights of Berenice... But yeah, before I move on to fighting this guy, there's just not a lot to say about them. They guard the paintings. That's all they do. They're undead. They have to be undead in order to consume Estus. Ow! Holy shit. I love that I can block... Ow, fuck. I love that I can block a Taurus demon who is... Fuck. Who is, like, 5 times my size, using a weapon that's 3 times my size. But this guy, no. You're not allowed to block him. Uh-oh. 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 Nope, it's fine. I got this. I totally got this. But yeah, speaking of the Knights of Berenice, this guy is a Knight of Berenice. Oh, how dare you! Check it out, he's undead! And now he's dead. But yeah, he's undead because he was about to drink from Estus. Fun thing! That's one of the only Knights of Berenice in the entire game that respawns. And he drops Large Titanite consistently. So if I really wanted to cheese it, I could totally just, like, go back to the bonfire, run up through here, and just kill him over and over again. And just get a Large Titanite shard just consistently every time. Just get Large Titanite for days. I just thought of something. Did I get the Blood Shield? I didn't. Oh, wait. Yes, I did. Never mind. Did I talk about the Blood Shield? Is there anything to glean from the Blood Shield? No, there isn't. Never mind. The blood shield is one of my favorite shields, though, because it's a totally viable shield, but it also has unique benefits, and it's just really cool looking. Hello. Ugh. So this is definitely one of the more bullshit things in this zone. Ah, shit. Uh-oh. Well, this is what their command grab looks like, by the way. If I don't die from this, maybe I'll... Oh, dear. They've cut off my escape route. I have no choice but to fight them head on. Haha, take that, sucker. That's what you get for thinking I have courage. Fool. Who do you think I am? Ow. Fuck. Okay, well, good trade. Yeah, hello? She landed on the platform there. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, can she figure out pathing? Oh, she figured out pathing. I'm so proud of her. So I guess there's no point in... Oh my god, hello? It is! It's the drop I was looking for! Souvenir reprisal. That's perfect. I could talk about this now. Oh, that's great. But real quick, another thing I do want to talk about is that, these weird, like, half-crow ladies... Like, there's no point in mincing words here. Like, oh, if I can get a good look at this. There's no point in mincing words here. They got hips for days. They got those birthing hips going on, man, and it's weird. And as you could probably see there, when one of them landed on my shoulders and pecked at my chest like that, they got a big fat ass. I'm talking like, if I can get this one to flip over a little bit. Yeah. No. Come on. Okay, well, there we go. I'm talking like, they got a big old fat butt. It's huge. It's ridiculous. It's a redonkulous badonkulous. And it's so weird. It's so odd. They're like this really weird mixture of an no, not an incubus. A succubus. They're like a weird mixture of a succubus and a, like a were-raven? I don't know. That's not really, like, a thing. Well, actually, I take that back. There is a thing in Japanese mythology called a kenku, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken. But there is some kind of thing in Japanese mythology that's, like, a type of demonic spirit that is an anthropomorphic raven. I forget what they're called. I forget the exact word, but I know that the Kenku playable race in Dungeons & Dragons is based off of them. I know that much for sure. But yes, with all these crows and all this stuff from Velka in this area, a lot of people just kind of associate crow motif and imagery with Velka, the goddess of sin, like automatically. And that's a fair thing. But the thing I just picked up from this crow lady... Where is it? Aha! The souvenir reprisal. Souvenir taken from subduing the guilty. Blood-drained shrunken ear. Souvenir taken from subduing the guilty. The knights called the blades of the dark moon punish the guilt-soaked offenders of the gods, and take this as proof of their conquest. The earless corpses of the guilty will be left behind as a warning to others, inspiring both fear and respect for the gods. Such is the eternal mandate of the Dark Sun. There's a lot of ceremony going on in there, but more to the point, the Blades of the Dark Moon is a covenant. One of the covenants that... I want that item. I want it really bad. One of the oh, for God's sake. I'm not fighting you on this staircase. I'm not fighting you on this high staircase. Fuck that shit. No. We're just gonna have to fight like normal. Ha! I hurt her through the wall. But she can probably hurt me through the wall as well, especially because she doesn't have the attack animation clinging off solid objects thing that I do. What was I saying? But yes, so the Blades of the Dark Moon is a covenant that you can join in Dark Souls 1 here. Ow. Wait, that didn't hit me. Awesome. And, so the Souvenirs of Reprisal is, as you can probably tell, their token. Each Covenant has, like, some kind of different token that they turn in to gain goodies and other various bonuses. Yeah, that's right. That's enough out of you. So, funny thing is, as you saw there, though, if you really want to, like, take the time to do it, you can farm these crow ladies for, what is it? For the Souvenirs of Reprisal, and just gain, rank in the Covenant that way. And, oh god, the frame rate's just going all to shit. Well, anyways, here's some more crows up here, and there's a crow lady over there? I'm pretty sure that crow lady over there is one of the one that triggers when you land either on that spot over there or somewhere down over there. I don't think she's going to come after me over here. More crows guarding. Here it is, the red sign soapstone. Similar to the white sign soapstone, where you leave a summon sign for cooperation. You leave a red summon sign to be summoned as a red phantom for PvP purposes. Be summoned in another world as a dark spirit. Defeat summoner to acquire humanity. Certain dark wraiths resist their descent into dark and persevere along the honorable path. The red sign soapstone is for them. So quite literally, it's like if you wanna do set up PvP, and you know, again, the implication there is like you're not gonna use scummy tactics if you use the red sign soapstone. That's the implication there. Like you're gonna fight with something resembling honor, unlike with the red eye orb, which heavily. Oh, hello. Oh, I forgot about you. And you probably forgot about me. Where'd you even come from? Oh, God. What? Oh, hi, there you are. Come here. Oh, God. Okay, what was I saying? What was I saying? God, I don't even know. Alright, so, I was talking about the Dark Moon Blades, though, and the Souvenirs of Reprisal. 1 second while I take a drink. Alright. I've now been going for an hour. Oh, hello, friend. Look at this guy. He's chilling. This hollow is truly living the life. Like, just relaxing up against the wall like this. Nothing's really wrong with him. And you know what? This is actually a perfect opportunity to talk about it. So the intro cinematic does talk about, like, undead are literally branded with the dark sign. And certain item descriptions talk about the dark sign festering with humanity as humanity is either consumed, like, or, like, sometimes the dark sign just festers, and, like, that right there, that's what that shit is. The dark sign has literally festered, and and that's what kind of turns the undead plague in Dark Souls. It is obviously a supernatural force, but this grounds it in reality a little bit, because it festers like an actual infection, which is just such a really great detail, and something that the rest of the Dark Souls games completely forgot about. Yay! Yay for no continuity. Isn't that great, guys? No fucking continuity. Don't you just love not having continuity? I know I sure do. Okay, that's enough being snarky about that. But before I move on, I do want to finally, like, complete my thought about. So, it's the Blades of the Dark Moon are not the only PvP-oriented covenant that you can farm the tokens off of regular enemies. There's a lot of, like, in every single covenant that you can join in the game, except for one, you can gain rank in by just farming regular enemies without actually having to engage in PvP. And there's a reason I really like that. It's because it's good design is the thing. It's good design because here's the thing. Dark Souls is an old game now, and as a result, there's not nearly as many people playing it as there was way back in the day. Way back in the day, 3 years ago. Yeah, no. But yeah, there's not nearly as many people... Wait, 3 years ago? No. Fuck, when did Dark Souls 1 come out? 2011. That's right. 5 years ago. There's not nearly as many people playing this game as there were 5 years ago. So, as a result, you know, if you want to get tokens and gain rank in a PvP-oriented covenant, well, you couldn't if you specifically had to fight other players to get your tokens. So they knew that was going to happen. And you know what they did? They made certain enemies drop those very same tokens. So that way, if you want to get certain items, with very few exceptions, there's only one exception to that, and it's the Forest Hunter Covenant. Every other covenant is like this in the game, though. You can get the tokens off of some regular enemies. So that way, they knew that years from when the game came out, when nobody was going to be playing it, they wanted players to still have a way to get their hands on certain items that are only obtainable through joining covenants and gaining ranks in said covenants. And that's just really good, clever design. I mean, I don't really know what to say about that. That's not how it is in Dark Souls 2. It's not how it is in Dark Souls 3. If, you know, 5 years from now, when nobody's playing Dark Souls 3 anymore, you're just not going to be able to do anything to get the tokens for, oh god, what is it, the Mound Maker's Covenant or some... And you're definitely not going to be able to get the fucking tokens for, the Blue Sentinel Covenant. That's for fucking sure. 5 years from now, when nobody's playing Dark Souls 3 anywhere near as often as they are now. And it's so weird that, like, Dark Souls 1 nailed this perfectly. There are unique items that are in Covenants, and they knew that eventually people would stop playing their fucking game, and that multiplayer exclusive items would be frustrating. So they just made it so that the multiplayer exclusive items were accessible via a lot of work the old-fashioned way and playing offline. And that's another thing too, is that a lot of people maybe don't even have access to the internet, or something like that. That rock is clipping through the fog door, and it's really fucking pissing me off. But anyways, and a lot of people probably may not even have access to the internet, and so like giving them some kind of method to get multiplayer exclusive items so that they don't gate off content like that is just, it's so nice and refreshing, and you don't see that very often in a video game. And then as soon as Dark Souls 1 was over, they just completely dropped that, and I don't know why. It's really frustrating to me, but I don't know, whatever. Anyways, here we go. So, as this is a fog wall that I cannot just walk back out of, you can tell that this right here, I'm not sure if the giant scythe and the theme music wasn't a little obvious, but this right here is a boss character. But what's so interesting is that this is a boss character you don't have to fight or kill. And I'm not going to fight her because the fight, I'm not going to lie, is kind of bullshit. I'll go ahead and tell you what it is because I'm not going to fight her. She turns invisible. Quite literally, she straight up just turns invisible. And the big gimmick is you see the snow, and you can see where my feet are making footsteps in the snow. That's what you gotta do. That's the gimmick. So, does she have head tracking? Not very strong head tracking, it seems. That is one thing, like, a lot of NPCs have head tracking when they talk to you.
Who art thou? One of us thou art not. If thou hast misstepped into this world, plunge down from the plank and hurry home. If thou seekest I, thine desires shall be requited not.
Let's see if I can get a good look at those eyes. Yep, there we go. So, if you take a good look at these eyes, her pupils are slitted, which is comparable to either, like, a cat's eyes or a dragon's eyes, depending on the dragon type. Yes, Teague. This is the big inspiration for the 3-stage boss fight from the Ashes Variandal DLC, but I really don't want to talk about that again. I don't ever want to talk about that boss fight again unless it's in the context of... Unless it is in the context of me, a hammer, and the Dark Souls 3 game disc. Look at her feet! As you can probably get a good idea of with this, Oh, by the way, to answer your question, the reason why her lips don't move is because, budgeting. That's literally it. Dark Souls 1 didn't have a lot of budget to work with, and as a result, lip syncing is hard, and FromSoft was not very experienced at it. So, because of that, they decided that it would be safer to just not do it. So, for most of the characters in the game, they don't. The one exception that I can think of is Andrea Vestora. His mouth actually moves, even though it's not, like, proper lip syncing, if that makes any sense. God, well, I'm losing track. I'm, like, trying to talk about so many different things. So, oh wait, there is slight head tracking. She does have a little bit of head tracking. Okay, that's pretty clever. That's pretty good. Alright, but, yeah, so, eyes, kind of like a dragon. If you can take a look at her neck, it's kind of hard to tell, but there is kind of like a scaly texture going on there. Obviously, like, she's very fluffy, which is bizarre, yes. And let's see if I can get a good look at her hands. No, no. It's mainly just like fur, horns, dragon's eyes. Anyways, this character is called Crossbreed Priscilla, and as you can probably tell by the bare feet, the cute face, and this adorable fluffy tail, this right here is waifu central #1, like one of the most waifu-iest waifus of Dark Souls 1, like right here. Just complete and utter disgusting waifu bait. I don't mean that in any way, but it's true, it's true. So, anyways, her big thing that she's said to me is like, who are you? You don't really belong here. And another thing to note is that she has a very old-fashioned way of speaking, which is unique to her character. Not entirely unique to her character, because there's only been one other character that we've spoken to thus far that speaks in that even more extra old-fashioned way. And it was, God, the knightess who keeps the bonfire in Honor Orlando in the brass armor. But okay, let's see what else she has to say.
Thou must returneth whence thou came. This land is peaceful, its inhabitants kind, but thou dost not belong. I beg of thee, plunge down from the plank and hurry home.
This land is peaceful, its inhabitants kind. If that isn't the biggest fucking lie in Dark Souls 1. Anything else to say there, Priscilla?
Thou must returneth whence thou came. This land is peaceful, its inhabitants kind, but thou dost not belong. I beg of thee, plunge down from the plank and hurry home.
Now, okay, so she's got no more dialogue. So, another thing, too, is to think about is if I were to fight her and activate her health bar, it would reveal to me that she is called Crossbreed Priscilla. What? She calls me nice. When did she do that? I don't remember. Anyways. But that kind of begs the question, what exactly is she a crossbreed of? You know? I mean, like, she's got all this weird, like, fur going on, but, like, it's also a dress. Like, it looks like she's wearing a dress, but then, like, her tail has the same, like, weird, blurry fur texture on it. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to do an unusual thing. I'm going to, I'm going to cheat a little bit. So, okay, the sound is going to cut out for a little bit here. As I'm going to literally look up Crossbreed Priscilla on the wiki and find her soul item description and read it off to you right now. Okay, here we go, the soul of Priscilla. And there's another thing to note too, is that, again, I'm not going to do it, but if I did, it's totally possible to cut off her tail. And if you cut off her tail, you get an item. That's a bit of a recurring thing in Dark Souls 1. But okay. So, let's see here. Soul of Priscilla, the crossbreed, trapped inside the painted world of Ariamis. Special beings have special souls. Use this soul of the crossbreed bastard child, an antithesis to all life, to acquire a huge amount of souls, blah blah blah, or create a unique weapon. And the unique weapon, let's see here, what does it create? This is another thing too, is that various boss souls in the game can be used to create unique items. And at some point, I'm just gonna straight up look up all the unique items and just gloss through them to try and get lore. So let me see here. Oh god, I know it's the Life Hunt Scythe is one of them. So let me just look that up real quick. I'm cheating! Yay! Life Hunt Scythe. Dark Souls 1, blah 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 blah. Scythe born of the soul of Priscilla, the stark white crossbreed, trapped in the painted world of Ariamis. Even the gods feared Priscilla's life hunt ability, and in the hands of mortals, its power will turn upon its wielder. So quite literally, like, again, the gods were scared of shit. So they threw it into the painted world of Ariamis. And that's why Priscilla is here. Because she has an ability called... I know it's really annoying that the music is tapping in and out like this, but it's what I gotta do. It's what I've gotta do, man. It's fine. It's fine. When have you ever watched me for my professionalism? Answer me that. But like I said, the gods feared the shit out of stuff that could pose a threat to them. So let's see here. Okay, yeah, you only get the Life Hunt Scythe out of her soul anyways, so it doesn't matter there. But if you cut off her tail, you get Priscilla's dagger. This sword... Okay, why is it a dagger if it's a sword? Oh, whatever. This sword, one of the rare dragon weapons, came from the tail of Priscilla, the dragon crossbreed in the painted world of Ariamis, possessing the power of Life Hunt. It dances about when wielded in a fashion reminiscent of the white road painting guardians. Really? Interesting. My foot clipping through the rock? Oh yeah, that's a nice detail. So, like I said, there's all this evidence just stacked up that's like, hey, they're fucking scared, though. The gods are fucking scared of this shit. So they just throw it in the painted world. And Priscilla is one of those things, and that item description reveals that, yes, Priscilla is indeed a crossbreed with a dragon. The other breed must be one of the gods, though. Because this is something I'll let you in on as something I'll go ahead and tell you, is that gods are literally a race in Dark Souls. They are literally a physical set of persons that you can walk up to and touch. Like, look at me, I'm touching Priscilla right now. And all of the gods, or at least anyone who came out of the city of the gods, all of the gods are fucking, they're huge. They're big. And so, because Priscilla is so fucking tall, it stands to reason that the other half of her crossbreeding was a god. But that begs the question as to which god did the deed. But that's enough of all of that. Let's see here. Is it gonna be here? No, it's not. Okay, I'm gonna do a little quick cheat thing real quick. I know, it's annoying that, like, the music was cutting out there and all that, but whatever. Hello? I've been kicked out! I've been kicked out of the fog gate. I don't know, it's very nice and unique that you have a boss fight where the boss is like, look, you don't belong here, we don't have to fight, just go home. And you can! I love that. It's almost as if you can actually role-play how your character would do something, or something like that. Can you imagine it? Role-playing in a game like Dark Souls? Yeah, in case that's not subtle enough for you, that was a very intentional jab at Dark Souls 3, having, like, no role-playing aspects to it whatsoever. The Xanthos Crown. Oh, yeah. Here we go. This is such a weird item. It's heavy. It's big. It's stupid. I hate it. I hate this item so much. I hate that when you dodge roll, it clips into the ground. I hate this thing so much. It's so dumb. I despise it. I hate everything about it. And it only exists. Remember, it only exists to be a reference to Demon Souls. But what the heck, I'll throw on the whole garish yellow garbage set real quick. The nice mustard Xanthos set. So this particular set right here, fuck, I can't wear that, I'm sorry. The top is not bad, it's really not. Like, it's a pretty okay set. It's a pretty okay set, except for the helmet. Except for the crown, which is awful in every way. Oh, I hate it so much. It's so terrible. So in Demon Souls, there was a boss fight that was a possessed monk. And the demon that possessed the monk was literally like this gigantic yellow cloth that wrapped itself around the monk's head and like suffocated him to death and took control of his body that way. And that's a really metal fucking concept, I'll be completely honest. But man, it has always looked fucking silly. It has always looked silly. And it continues to look silly. Pascal's worst fashion nightmare. Yes, get Pascal to look at that. Force him to look at it. Where's the black iron? Let me get my nice new armor set going on. Yeah, that's more like it. Anyways, so there's probably a unique thing about the crown, probably. A mysterious item once worn by the Xanthos king Jeremiah, the legendary exile. No one knows where it came from. The crown bears high-quality cloth, which is soft to the touch, but its bright yellow color stings the eyes, and it is clearly far too big. Is it, now? Is it clearly far too big? I didn't notice. Thank you for pointing that out, Dark Souls. Thank you so very much. Xanthos Overcut. Mysterious item once worn by Xanthos King Jeremiah, the legendary exile. No one knows where it came from. It may be tattered, but its bright yellow color stings the eyes. Yeah, it's a pretty disgusting mustard yellow, if I'm being honest. And by the way, like, real quick, speaking of stupid things in Dark Souls, can I talk about how stupid it is, a scythe being used as a weapon? Can I talk about how stupid that is? Because, like, look at this, look at this. The cutting edge is on the inside. You have to, like, not only push the weapon out towards your foe, swing it out towards them, but then you have to pull in order to do any damage at all. It's, using a scythe as a weapon is such a dumb concept. The only reason that's even, like, a thing is that there are, like, actual records of this going on, is that back in the medieval days, farmers would take their scythes to blacksmiths and say, hey, I'm going to war. Turn the blade around on this sucker. And the blacksmith would heat it up, and he would fold the metal over so that the blade would be facing the other way, so that they could actually use their scythe as a weapon. Coffee. Delicious, delicious, addictive, fucking garbage juice. That's what I need in my system right now. And because of that, like so many like people have become obsessed with this idea of using a scythe as a weapon. But no, scythes were never used as weapons. They never were. They weren't. It's not a thing. I mean, yes, obviously, yes, they were used as weapons, like, after they got the blade turned around, like I said, but I mean, like, it's... just the idea of just taking a scythe as its intended design and trying to use it as a weapon is just such a dumb concept. It hurts. I hate it. Here's a cutscene. Again, that was another shot from one of the Dark Souls trailers, which I love so much. Are you ready? Oh, that music cue is so unnecessarily dramatic. It's quite silly. And a homeward bone. How nice. Can I use the homeward bone? Probably not. The unfortunate thing about jumping on out of this here painting is that all the painting guardians are alive again. And now I have to fight my way through them. So imagine that. Imagine having fought the boss, tooth and nail, and like, okay, I'm finally done. I can go back to the regular game world. And then coming out and seeing all of these fuckers alive. Ha! Good block, me. Thanks, me. Ah, shit. Less good block. Less good block. Fuck. Fuck. But you're just being a cheeky little bastard, aren't you, you little fuck? Come here, you. Yeah, that's right. They're ninjas. They're such ninjas. They're ninjas that wear white. Oh, that's so subversive of the trope. Isn't it so clever and creative? One other thing that's interesting about the description on Priscilla's dagger is that it talks about the user dances around kind of like a painting guardian. Which kind of does imply at least some passing connection between her and the guardians of her painting. Which would make some sense, at least. Oh my fucking god, you're wasting so much of my time. Time I don't have. Give me your sword. No, you absolute bastards. I'm just gonna go fucking kill these fuckers over and over again until they give me their swords. After this stream is done. Probably, maybe, I don't know. I just got this book about Joan of Arc and I was reading it and it was fun. I love this idea that people, like, over-exaggerated the fact that Joan of Arc's father shepherded sheep, and they're like, yo, Joan of Arc, our new French savior, is a shepherd. Just like Jesus was. How about that? And then Joan is like, guys, no, stop. I didn't really help my dad with the sheep, like, ever, at all. Please stop. And they're like, check out our shepherd savior, just like Jesus. Oh, we're so special. Oh, it's great. I love it. Oh, God. Alright, now I need to get over to this here bonfire. And I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and upgrade Velka's rapier as much as I can, and then I'll switch to it for fun. Just for fun, though. Not for any kind of practical use. Now, another thing I should talk about, though, especially regarding Velka's rapier, considering I am about to switch to it, is that it does split damage. It does a little bit of physical damage and a little bit of magic damage. The thing you have to understand about split damage weapons is that they are useful in certain situations, absolutely. But there's a catch. Because it's based off of how the game calculates damage. The game calculates damage based off of your damage going through enemies' resistances. So when you have a weapon that does multiple damage types that is fighting against multiple damage resistances, like take the Astora Straight Sword here, it also does magic damage based off your faith. Then you run into this issue of, like, because you're fighting against so many resistances, against certain enemies, you are actually not doing more damage because of that. Of course, some enemies that are just, like, super weak to magic damage, the split damage doesn't matter. You know, I never really did talk about it, but there's all these statuettes of Silver Knights here. I say statuettes, they're really just flat textures in the alcove, but it's a convincing look straight on. It's a good texture. It works for the purposes of this. And I talked about it before, but, like, very much Gwyn here is very much based off both, at the same time, both medieval Europe, like, fantasy, and ancient Greco-Roman gods in terms of design. Okay, so let me see here. Let's just... You know what, this has probably been going on long enough, so I'll probably call this done here. Okay, so I need some more. So, based off of that, how much more damage will I do? How much is it doing? 216 versus 269. So, okay, yeah. I'll go ahead and switch to this for now. For now. It's a pretty good-looking weapon, anyways. I really like it. It's just a good-looking weapon, really. Yes. Yes. Now we're getting there. Oh, I'm too heavy. Darn it. Oh, well. You know, what's even funnier about the tights of the Black Cleric set is that they make a return in Dark Souls 2, but they call it the Set of Judgment, or the Judgment Set. And so you have an item description, you have an item that's literally called the Tights of Judgment. It's quite silly. It's quite silly. I wonder if... No, that's probably not how that works. I was just saying, like, Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring gives me ups on my sorcery, and so does the Crown of Dusk. I was thinking to myself, what if... Does that mean, you know, magic damage on weapons goes up? I'm pretty sure it does not. I'm fairly certain it doesn't. So, anyways, that's going to be it for tonight. I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to stream again. It's very, very busy around my workplace here recently. It's just not good opportunities. I do have an idea, though, since Christmas is coming up. And I don't know how good of an idea this is. It's probably not a good idea at all. I was thinking about doing a properly drunk stream. I don't know what game I'd play, but I was thinking about, like, actually getting properly drunk, where I get all giggly and dizzy and all sorts of goofy bullshit, and playing a game, and that might be fun. I don't know. Who knows? Anyways, that's gonna do it for now. Thank you for watching. Thank you, and good night. Come on, do the thing. There we go.